So I watched the new MCU movie called Thunderbolts Asterix, and I gotta admit, after hearing the insanely positive reviews that I've heard, I kept in with low expectations to see if it was, too overhyped. Once I came in, I was surprised, especially how much I doubted that it was gonna be that good. And before I get to my reviews and the dive into the movie, I gotta give you guys spoilers if you haven't seen it, of course. And I'm just gonna give you a few seconds. All right, moving on. All right, so Yelena is one of the more insane positives, which for a main character and from the Black Widow movie, and she's not really that good in the movie. They managed to redeem her really well, and redeem her so much that she's more compelling than Natasha herself, which I think the reason why is because the problem with Natasha, aka the original Black Widow, is most of the time the writers that she's being handed over to don't give her much characterizations besides she's mysterious, say something sexual, or she's just eye candy in general. And she's the, femme fatale that kicks ass and works for every agency, KGB and CIA and all that good stuff. Besides that, we do get to see characterization at Endgame for her, but she has a fall damage. Yeah, as soon as we get to know more about her, we pretty much just get a characterization blue balls, I guess you can call it that. But besides that, Yelena does more than Natasha. Well, what Yelena does more than Natasha is her narration in the beginning of the movie, when she expresses her feelings of a lack of purpose in life, and most importantly, loneliness and feeling isolated, which those are just the two same words. And the best she tries to do is go to her foster dad, Red Guardian, which I gotta say, this dude is my favorite character next to another character we'll get to see later. And it isn't until and to know about Lexi that he's a Soviet Captain America, but the thing is, he is at a time. Well, he's pretty much an old man that doesn't really do much besides driving his cool old limousine, which I kind of thought was funny. But it gets interrupted by Val, the evil lady, supposedly, that Yelena sends to the Grand Canyon base thing to extract some information or something. Alright, fast forward, you meet the dude from Falcon and Winter Soldier, aka John Walker, or US Agent, and the girl from Ant-Man and the Wasp, aka Ghost, the Taskmaster from the Black Widow movie she's pretty infamous from, who immediately gets prison shanked by Ghost in 2 seconds of the movie, or 2 seconds she's in the movie. We more importantly meet another character, and a new character that pretty much people barely know besides deep comic fans, and that is Bob. And boy, do I love Bob. And we get to know more that he is Superman. Oh, never mind, he's Sentry. Instead of being faster than Speed and Bullet, he's the power of 1,000,000 exploding suns. Still pretty cool, yeah. Man, for such an obscure Marvel hero, as far as my knowledge goes on Sentry, as going toe-to-toe with Hulk, and the Void is like his inner dark side that destroys everything. For a character that seems pretty interesting in the comics, they managed to do that dude. They managed to do the guy justice, and pretty much convey him and his story arc pretty well. Especially for a movie that focuses on mental health a lot. I feel like the Void would be such a great villain, especially when pretty much the Void is like a reference of psychologists like Carl Jung and psychological, you could say, evils in your mind, I guess. That being the shadow, which is pretty much what the Void is. It's like a shadow. But we're getting off topic. And I gotta say, they made the Void pretty damn terrifying. Or pretty much they made Sentry entirely, pretty much Sentry a big threat. Even if you do kill him, you pretty much just bring out even worse threat, which I like. Which the thing that I like most about Thunderbolts is that they take an old trope that we've seen 1,000 times and just, well, make them execute really well. For a movie based on mental health, they managed to beat, well, how they beat the Void is through the power of friendship. Or, how I'll put it, my man Bob just had a 5'3" blonde, fine blonde shawty to tell him everything's going to be okay. Fucking lucky bastard. Well, to me it's a goth girl, but no, we're moving on. I'll give this movie a 8.5 out of 10, but I'm gonna change my mind later on. But before I go, for a movie to end Phase 5, a really hit or miss phase of the MCU, is it the best movie of Phase 5? Well, subscribe to me if you want me to review all MCU movies. Yeah, I baited you. It's 2:25 in the morning, and I think I'm gonna go to bed. Still subscribe to me though if you want me to watch all Marvel movies, all Star Wars movies, then and all that stuff. All right, goodbye now.